go again. Is his birthday. Oh, there's my picture. There we go. Yeah, today is his birthday. So throughout the night, we'll celebrate El DeBarge's birthday as well as the group's birthday. Well, not the whole group, but you know what I'm saying. Coming up in our last hour, we do a thing we call foreplay. Four songs by one of your favorite artists or groups, male or female. That's in our last hour here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Speaking of DeBarge, I wonder who's holding Donna now. And there I am. Good evening, Deron Williams. There we go. We got the stream up. Bad stream. You scared me. Big money grip. Ooh, yeah, that looks good. 10 listeners already. Mm. What? Jimmy Kimmel won't be live tonight. What? All right, Kimmel better be on. Well, tonight is Thursday, so fish sticks. That's what I mean. The from the Gorton's Fisherman. Mm. Need me an air fryer. Only because everyone has one. Woo! Here in the there's L. Hey, Lamont looks really skinny in this episode. It's like he cut down the bushy mustache and got what do they call it, caps on his teeth. How does that feel? Oh, you're right.
What's up, y'all?
Oh yeah. Al B. Sure, El DeBarge, James Ingram, and of course, Big Bad Barry White, the maestro. That is The Secret Garden, the long version, right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Thank you for joining us as always, and donations are welcome via Zelle at alpgreer@gmail.com. I forget to say that at the beginning of the show. Al, P is in Paul, Greer, at gmail.com. We appreciate your donations, and yeah, keeps bedtime stories going because AT&T be on a brother's butt. I'm just saying. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep. The greatest love songs of all time. And one of the greatest writers, I should say, is this young lady. She gets no credit. Here's Angela Winbush. Keep turning me on Bedtime Stories. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Ugh. Mm-mm-mm. I get weak. Breathe. What's happening? How are my babies? I meant to ask you about my babies the other day, and I saw you. That's funny. Your husband recognized me before you did. I look like your pops. It sure is. Yo, Angie, what's up, sis? Back in love again. I am good, Bree. I'm even better if I could pay the rent. No, that's West, WES, not West. Sweetheart, you know if I had the money, I'd give it to you. It's it's been rough and puff like Afro puffs. Keep on turning me.
The greatest love songs of all time without Greer and bedtime stories.
You know if I had it, you would have it. But because I let someone move in, my rent went up. I'm like, how they do that? How did he even know that Lawrence was even in the house? So it's kind of bad. They cut my Social Security. I'm like, really? Oh well. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Because when you worry about it, you end up in the hospital, and sometimes you don't come out. Just ask Spencer Lee Jr. Sometimes you just don't come out because you worry about stuff because you have to do everything yourself because nobody else can do it better than you can do it. Nobody does your job better than you. So it's just rough. Everybody's got it rough. If it weren't for the GoFundMe page, I would have no money except from the gigs that I've been doing, and that's about it. So even though everybody talked about me for starting it, the ones who talked about me did not contribute. I take that back. Uncle Marshall did. Man, you too big for that. You a superstar. I'm like, I ain't. Please, you're a superstar. I ain't been off the block. I'm like, nice try. Nobody know who I am outside of Chicago, and some people in Chicago don't know who I am. So that whole star stuff, this could happen to anybody. It could happen to anybody. You can be on the top of the world one day, and then the next day, nothing. You know, hell, Red Fox, they took his Rolls Royce and you know his house. He said he was on set one day and he just clutched his chest, and they thought, oh, he's just, he's just doing his Fred Sanford thing. He clutched his chest and had a heart attack and fell dead. That stress will kill you. I'm telling you. I stopped stressing over things that I cannot control. If this man's going to put me out, then so be it. There's nothing I can do but just tell him how many days it's going to take me to pack, and I'll be out of his hair. But I've spent nights up worrying about it, and the only thing I gained from it was nothing. What did I lose? Sleep. That was it. I remembered something that my mother told me. She said, let go and let God. If you pray, don't worry. If you worry, don't pray. So you just have to, what's up? What's up, son? Maybe my son can help me. Maybe he can send me a few dollars. Dun, 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 dun. Angela Winbush, and hello, beloved. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to James Solomon Smith III. That is one of my sons, and I thank you for being on my live. And of course, I won't be on here begging for long, trust me. But donations are welcome via Zelle at alpgreer@gmail.com. As you all know, it's past the first of the month, and I'm a little behind. So I normally don't ask. But they say a closed mouth doesn't get fed. I have a GoFundMe page, and of course, I'm giving out my Zelle information. If you could help, I know Barbara Jean, she said, I'm going to put you on a regular payroll. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. A regular donation. That's always good too. Thank you so much, Barbara Jean. I appreciate it. I saw you on the live video tonight for Spencer Lee Jr. When all the preachers got together and they were preaching, all of them had like maybe 2 minutes, which is amazing for a preacher to only preach for like two minutes. But they all got it done. Stephen Thurston III was on there. Bishop Trotter, my twin James Hanna, everybody was on there, and my mama, Bishop Coleman. Mm-mm-mm. So they did. I was gonna say they did the doggone thing, the other word, but they represented. They really did. I was really proud. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. You just heard from Angela Winbush along with this guy, Ronnie Isley. What's going on, son? What are you doing these days? Besides singing, of course. I know you're still singing. But it's been kind of rough over here for your pops. You know, having lost two jobs in concession back to back. One fired and the other one just closed the doors and locked it. I'm like, okay, is that how y'all do it? Okay, all right, okay, all right. I turned into Denzel on them. So that was it. Okay, all right, okay, okay, okay. Talk about my heart dropping. They said, "Oh, we'll be closing the doors in a few days." I'm like, really? Unless we find a buyer for the radio station, we gotta go dark. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. Can't get no worse than that. Signed up for unemployment. They gave me unemployment for about 4 months. They said your unemployment ran out. What the? I've been working since I was 12. How can my unemployment run out? They said, sir, well, you're just going to have to go back to work. I'm 65 years old. I'm a senior citizen. Who's going to hire me besides Walmart to be a greeter and to check receipts? Like, okay. I'm like, okay. Yeah, what do I do at 65? FedEx is not going to hire me. UPS is not going to hire me. United Postal Service, most of them, they have an age limit. It's like once you turn 65, it's like it's time for you to retire. Like, not to get hired, but to retire. So I said, okay. So I've been looking for a job. It's not like the old days. You walk into the place, you fill out the application, and they call you. You have to go online. And going online, you are not guaranteed that you will get a job.
All of your favorite slow jams from back in the day.
Because you're in line with younger people. Younger people who are going to come in for a few weeks, get enough money, and then quit. Or just not show back up. Then they'll say, Mr. Greer, would you like some extra hours? Sure. Would you like to come in at 6 o'clock in the morning? Absolutely not. 6 o'clock in the morning? Uh-uh. That's what happened at my, what was that job? That's what happened at VON. Nobody wanted to come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, which I didn't blame them. I had a key card and everything. I would hit the key card, it would grant me access to the suite. They deactivated it. They deactivated everything. I couldn't even sign into ADT or APT, to see how much money I had. I was like, okay. So sometimes you just have to say, you know, in the words of Marvin Gaye, make you want to holler, throw up both your hands. And that's what I did. Like God, you got this. You know, there is no way I can survive off of $500 a month. Unless I'm just going to pay the phone bill and AT&T. That's it. If I don't have to pay rent, I'll be straight. I'd have money in my pocket. I could make it work for $500 a month if I didn't have to pay rent. But son, it's rough. I know you don't want to hear it. My daughter doesn't want to hear it, but it's rough. You know, if I knew it was going to be this rough, I tell you, I would have started looking for a job once I had one. But you know how it is. When you have a job, you don't even think about looking for another job. You're like, oh well, I'm comfortable here. You know, I'm gonna be here forever. I'm gonna retire from this job. Oh no, mm, no way. So it is what it is. It is what it is, and there's not much that you can do about it. You know. Well, there is something you can do, and that's pray. You know, that's all you can do. What's that song by DMX? Lord, give me a sign, and that's it. Lord, give me a sign, and otherwise, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry. You know, I want to keep what's left of my hair on my head and not in the Facebook. I know, me too. So that's it. So there's nothing you can do but pray. I keep saying nothing. But wish I could have gotten online and say, "Hey, pastors, my Zelle is alpgreer@gmail.com. The big time pastors, Stephen Thurston, uh, what's that? Over at Apostolic, he was on. Bishop Brazier. I'm like, ooh, the heavy hitters, you know, Thurston the third. But certain things you can do and certain things you can't do. You know, could I have budgeted any better? No, I couldn't have. That has got to be one of my favorite Isley Brothers tunes. Don't hold back your love, right here on Bedtime Stories. With your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Once again, hello to James Solomon Smith, my son, who sings a lot like Donny Hathaway. So you close your eyes, you can hear Donny Hathaway in his voice. Also to my daughter, who's graduating from nursing school. Congratulations. So I thought you was going to follow in your mom's footsteps and be a cook. I'm sorry, a chef. Never say the C word around here, all right? Unless it's chef, all right? It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is one of my favorite songs from back in the day. Name of the group was called Brainstorm. They only did like two cuts. The other one was I Can't Get No Man. hanging round at the discotheque. Yeah. After that, I guess they got their jobs back at the car wash. Anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep. The greatest love songs of all time. And this is definitely one of them. Whee! 61 degrees, and the music you're playing helping me get started early, like a pre birthday party. All right, Duran Williams, happy birthday, man. That's all right. Birthdays are special. Yeah, they are very, very special around here. You know, if you make it to be a certain age, that's a blessing. It is truly a blessing. You know, never thought I'd make it to be 65 years old. I don't know why, because my parents lived to like 79 and 80, 82. So doesn't mean that I would, but I'm just saying. Oh, that's the second one today. Right under my window, too. Trust. Over. Hey, Troy. Someone allowed this to be on Thursdays too. What's going on, Troy? Long time no see, brother. Thought you were still mad at me. Well, you can still be mad at me and be on my live, but you know. But yeah, but it's good to see you. Otherwise, I'm still here. I'm still financially challenged. That hasn't changed. So, yep. Yeah, somebody told me to stop using the word, it rhymes with choke. I said, okay. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, actually, the show was always Monday through Thursday. I couldn't do my show live Thursday because I had to be at the job that I had. But when the job closed down, I said, well, I might as well just do it live, not be lazy like Kimmel. So that's it. I didn't want to hear about concert tickets and new guitars, whatnot. It would have been obvious if I were mad. Oh, okay. No concert tickets, no new guitars. Just the same old two guitars that I have. And unfortunately, I might have to pawn one of them tomorrow. It's going to break my heart to pawn my Music Man, my Stingray. I got to find something else because I'll change my mind in the middle of the street. I will do a 360. I'm like, I can't sell this. As soon as I sell it, somebody gonna call me and ask me, "You have a bass? Do you play bass?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I did," until I pawned it. Or I can be like Jimi Hendrix and and pawn it like every other week or something, just for money. That is the group known as APB, or the Amusement Park Band. My good friend and brother, Mr. Paul Richmond, who wrote that song, and he redid the song. As a matter of fact, he put it put it on eBay. Thank you. Um, that's all I need right now, Troy, is for you to tell me to sell my stuff on eBay. I might get a pretty penny. Let me look around, see what it is that I can sell that I have too many of. Oh, there's a microphone over there that normally runs $500. So, maybe I'll put it on eBay and buy it again at a later date. It's my Sennheiser. So, anyway, it is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep, with the greatest love songs of all time. Thank you for the suggestion, Troy, but I don't want to part with my bass just yet. Boo. Mm, consolation. But for me, decision. What went wrong? Look in the mirror. Don't love me. She's gone. Mm-mm. What went wrong? I'd pay the devil to replace her. Hmm. I thought the devil only took cash. Oh, wrong devil. I'm sorry. I watched too much Lucifer. That is one of my favorite shows of all time. I've watched Lucifer twice, the whole season twice. That is one of my favorite shows. Now, once they took it off of Fox, they could kind of stretch out and say stuff that they wouldn't normally say on network television. They were cussing and everything. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh my. Brad Garrett. Okay. Daryl Hall, John Oates. She's gone. He said, I pay the devil to replace her. Hmm. Wonder, does the devil take Zell? But anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Happy birthday to Deron Williams. He said on tomorrow he will be 61 years young. Well, happy birthday to you, sir. Thank you so much for spending your pre-birthday with us here on Bedtime Stories. We're WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WRLN Radio, a Rainier media station, WBOE, the best of everything, owned by Reggie Miles, and of course, My Jam Radio. Jam.
It's a Survivors Day Survivor Celebration, Sunday, June 7th, from 1 until 5 p.m. at the Columbus Park Reflectory, 5701 West Jackson Boulevard. There'll be games on wheels, free health screenings, a Michael Jackson tribute show featuring Rico Michael Jackson, Middle Eastern dance lessons, and music by Dr. Al Greer of WOSDRadio.com. It's free and open to all ages. To register, learn more, and purchase VIP tickets, visit www.bedtimestories.com. www.peerpluscares.org. www.peerpluscares.org. Check-in will be required upon arrival. That's Sunday, June 7th from 1 until 5 p.m. at the Columbus Park Reflectory, 5701 West Jackson Boulevard. It's a survivor celebration on National Cancer Survivors Day. Brought to you by Night Out in the Parks and Peer Plus. You think you've got what it takes?
Yeah.
If you can sing, dance, rap, or do more, feel free to enter the Talent Show Auditions, sponsored by Fly Guys Productions. Registration opens today and closes July 23rd. Audition July 30th and 31st. The Talent Show will be held October 17th. Show up and show out. Only $100 to enter. The grand prize, $1,000 cash. For information, call 773-630-2261. 773-630-2261. Sell your audition fee of $100 to 773-630-2261 or go to www.fgpenterprise.com. If you think you've got what it takes, show up
And show out.
Sign up today at fgpenterprise.com or call 773-630-2261. This is a Fly Guy production. 3E's Video and Editing Service and Photography too have developed a new wave in video and photography. 3E's Video is the only top-tier video and photography company that offers you to view some of your wedding, party, and event pictures and video clips
So
the very next day on our social media pages. That's why 3E's Video and Editing Service is the #1 in the Midwest. We bring affordable video, photography, and superb editing to your doorstep. 3E's Video have a new wave approach.
I never thought of that, Troy. Yeah, sell weed. Yeah. I mean, everybody's doing it.
Mounted in a frame. With over 20 years of experience, they freeze precious moments in time through great videos, photos, and superb editing. So give them a call at 312-623-9587. 312-623-9587. Their motto is Hollywood Results.
Sell weed. Yeah, right. At my age, well, they never suspect me, and it's legal. I mean, 3E's Video. Ask for Ernest Leonard. Tell him the doctor sent you. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep, with the greatest love songs of all time. On the 6th or the 7th, I think it is. Now, I should know. I'm a big Prince fan, so I should know when his birthday is. I'm about to find out right now. But for everybody in Minneapolis right now who are attending his celebration, I'm like, man, I wish I could be there with you guys. I just really wish that I could be there. On the 7th, yeah. But you guys are having a good time, I'm sure. Party in my name, all right? Speaking of Prince, here is Damn You from the Symbol LP. Or is it the Symbol CD? Right here on Bedtime Stories. You're so fine. Mm. Sell weed. That's the funniest thing. If I didn't sell weed back then, I'm definitely not going to sell it now. Although it might be, lucrative for me. Friend of mine, he goes to the dispensary and he gets like a whole pound of it and sells it. I'm like, oh, that's how you do that. Puts it in little bitty bags and sells it. I'm like, might be an idea, Troy. You might have hit on something. Sell some weed. And I've been on a weed sabbatical, so I have not smoked in a few days now. So, with anything, with any addictive substance, you always have withdrawals. So I'm going through withdrawals right now. Yeah. So by the 19th, because my, my good friend Jeff Watts, aka Dr. Groove, said, man, you got to give up something. I'm like, what are other people giving up? And I was like, I'm not giving up sex because, I'm having too much fun by myself. So, yeah, don't want to give that up. So I said, oh, weed. I'll give up weed for until the 19th. And after that, I'm smoking everything. You know, we'll go outside and mow the lawn and roll it up. So, like I said, I had to give something up. Well, I didn't have to. Ounces start at 7.49. Oh, wow. Wow. That's what's up.
All of your favorite slow jams from back in the day with Al Greer on Bedtime Stories.
But yep, that's an idea. You should get giving up your terrible taste in music. Yeah, that too. If I had to give up something, yeah, that would have been it too. Ever noticed that Johnny Carson never wore a wedding band? I'm just saying. From the Emancipation CD. Okay, what's happening with my mic? Let's slap it around a little bit. There we go. From the Emancipation CD, that is Prince, and La 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 Means I Love You, originally done by the Delphonics, written by Thomas Elliott Bell. I think that's his middle name. I'm not sure. Have to check. But Prince was a big fan of Tom Bell. He was just a fan of music, you know. He was just a big fan of music, and that's what I liked about him. You know, he was just oozing music. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. There are two people that I cried. Well, three people I cried when they died: James Brown, Prince, and this lady, Phyllis Linda Hyman. Why did you turn me on? What to say? Close my eyes. Mafia restaurant. Let's see what Jimmy Fallon is doing. I haven't seen Fallon in a while. Mm-mm. Brent Miller, it's got to be like 80 years old. Saturday showers and storms. Okay, I'm gonna show up anyway. Brent Miller got the hair plugs. He got the good ones. I ain't mad at him. He paid that $2,500. I said, I'm looking like some other granddaddy. Good old tap water. I borrowed $450 to a lady friend in Wisconsin who fell on hard times after her dad died. So she could buy an old motorhome so she wouldn't be homeless. She said she'd even deliver DoorDash to make sure I got repaid. That was 5 years ago. I haven't heard from her once. Okay. Oh, no. She used to cut your hair. Okay. An old motorhome. Hmm. Maybe the DoorDash didn't work out for her. I don't know. Whoa. Something did because she got married 3 years ago. Maybe I should seize the ring. Oh, Troy. No. Seize the ring. You'd do something like that too, wouldn't you? Be like, excuse me, sir. That ring on your wife's finger? Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. In the night. That, of course, is Narada Michael Walden. Troy, you man. That's why I miss you, man. You bring the funny. Troy says, I've been working out 2 to 3 days a week since October. I'm up to 180 pounds. I'm ready to punch. You gonna do go up to Milwaukee and go get the ring off the lady's finger because she owes you, and her husband won't be able to do anything because you're probably all buff now, and 180. You might take him out. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs. And we do not condone violence here, all right, unless it's necessary. Here's the first of two in a row from the time. Gigolos get lonely too. They certainly do. Boom, boom, boom.
Certainly do.
Mm-mm. You're ready to punch somebody, huh? I know somebody you can punch. Never mind. That's the quickest way to get shut off, right? Mm-mm. The quickest way. I will not be back on ever again. Facebook will, yeah, I will be banned. Banned, I say. Banned. He has been the first president, you know what I'm talking about, in history with three attempted assassinations. Three. Like, wow. Excuse me. Did he piss somebody off or what? I was reading somewhere, well, on social media, this guy was going to do what did he call it? Suicide mission. I'm like, exactly. And blow up the White House. You can't blow up the White House. It's a huge building. But I read that I was like, does he know that they can track that and they'll be at his house like, you're threatening the president, you know. Um, what was the comedian? George Lopez. He said something on his show. And they were like, oh, okay. Yeah, they didn't think his joke was too funny, so they went after him. They went to his house. Like, George, freedom of speech. Just watch what you say. Because I don't know if you ever read the book 1984 by George Orwell. All of that is coming true right now. It's coming true. Remember watching the Jetsons back in the day where the TV came out of the ceiling? Where do we put our TVs now? We mount them on the wall. And we can see the person that we're talking to now. They didn't have that back in the day. Just saying. It's a whole new day. Yep. They can see what you're saying. They can hear what you're saying. All of that stuff. I mean, you have to be careful for what you say around your people, because people are listening, or they have devices that can listen. So once again, freedom of speech. Just watch what you say. Sometimes I get lonely. Ooh, a commercial for United Parcel. I don't see it. Well, he's a little gray, so he might be ready to retire. Ooh, hot tub. Can I get in the hot tub? Will it get wet? Will it make me sweat? Wow, wow, wow. Over 50 years, yeah. From the album Pandemonium, and of course, The Time. And sometimes I get lonely right here on Bedtime Stories. Uh, what is happening with my mic tonight? I, tur- uh, I turned it up. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay. I turned it up. Okay. There we go. Remember the cartoon The Jetsons? They got everything right except the flying cars. You know, they figured, everybody would have to have a pilot's license to drive a car. Now we have the closest thing we have to it are these uh, the electric cars. That's the closest thing we have to it. But everything else, the TVs coming out of the ceiling, of course, we have that. Um, where your food cooks in less than 5 minutes, that's a microwave. So yeah, all of that good stuff. So they got two things. Troy says they got two things right over 50 years. Impressive. We don't have the flying cars that fall into a briefcase. Hardly anyone owns a robot. There are some out there, though. And there aren't any treadmills everywhere. We don't use space bugs. There are treadmills at the airports. As a matter of fact, I saw a couple of them at O'Hare. But no, we don't use space butts. We use, what is that? Where you get the coffee? Yeah, Starbucks. We got Starbucks, though. That's what we have. A few days ago, Regina Bell went to his side. We're talking about Peebo Bryson and sang this to him. You were.
Oh,
Grammars! Design Vladimir Putin. Seems wrong, right? Seems off. And finally, I saw that Jeffrey Epstein's assistant is thinking about writing a tell-all book.
This is Mercy, one of Al's gals, and you're listening to Bedtime Story.
Great show. Give it up for Bruce, everybody. Welcome to the show, everybody. Before we start, I want to give a shout out to the New York Knicks. They beat the Spurs last night, 105-95. And now our friends over at Madison Square Garden are doing something really cool. They're auctioning off 2 courtside seats for next Monday's game in New York. Courtside, yeah. It's all part of a fundraiser for the Garden of Dreams Foundation. It's a great organization that helps broken children in need. Just go to Knicks.com/celebrity auction to find out more. And who knows, you might be sharing hot dogs and beer with Timothy Chalamet and Spike Lee. Go Knicks! But first, what a show we have for you tonight. He just received his 7th Tony nomination for his role in the Broadway play Giant, which you can see now at the Music Box Theater. The one and only John Lithgow is here tonight. Best. Love that guy. Phenomenal. Speaking of love, she stars in the new comedy Scary Movie, which is in theaters tomorrow. Regina Hall is joining us. It's funny. It's really funny. And he is the director of the biggest movie in the world right now, Backrooms. It's scary. No spoilers.
You're welcome, Duran. Happy birthday, man. That, of course, Celine Dion and Peebo Bryson. Beauty and the Beast, right here on Bedtime Stories. Before that, A Whole New World from An American Tale, which was a Disney movie with Five-O. And yeah, the main character was a mouse. Yeah, kind of like Mickey. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Once again, birthday greetings go out to Deron Williams. Happy birthday, man. Tomorrow's his birthday. And what is it, Sunday, I think? Sunday is Prince Rogers Nelson's birthday, or would have been his birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to Prince Rogers Nelson and to everyone who is out in Paisley Park right now. I envy you. I wanted to be there so badly. It just didn't work out. Yeah, maybe next year. Maybe next year. Here's Angie Stone and Joe. Joella la 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 la. Okay, well just send it back to me. Uh-uh. Right, right. We know, but he doesn't. You mean you're not listening to me? You're watching a crappy ass movie and not listening to bedtime stories syndicated on 4 stations? Yeah, right. Nobody listens to me. They used to listen to me all the time when I was on GCI. They stopped listening to me because I'm not on a real radio station. I know, I'm just kidding. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. 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 Right. But thank you for the suggestion. I just need to find somebody who's going to talk about it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. You have to change your name and your voice and everything else. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Yeah. You got a little deep and dark. Go back to your movie. Oh, okay. All right. Good night. Mm-mm. What were you saying, Troy? They pay me. Yes. They only pay once a month, though. Yeah. They only pay once a month. So once they paid, that money goes back to the station, not to my pockets. But that's a novel idea for them to pay me. They have been so. But thank you, Atlantic Star. I get like you get like $10,000 a month. No, I don't. I wish. It's more like, let's see, the four stations is 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah, it's like $20. You know, it wasn't even a 100, but one of them dropped me. So, but thank you. I wish I was making $10,000 a month. You know, I would be in a real studio downtown somewhere or something. You know, overlooking the Michigan Avenue Bridge or something. But thank you. $10,000 a month. I wish I wouldn't have a GoFundMe page. I wouldn't be asking for Zelle money. I wouldn't be doing any of that stuff. Yeah, but good idea. I'll keep that in mind. $10,000 a month. Woo! What I could do with that. The American story depends not on any one of us, not on some of us, but on all of us. I congratulate you in taking it upon yourself to contribute to the public good. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud to present you with the President's Silver Volunteer Service Award recognition for your 250 hours of service to this great nation. Throughout the country's history, the American story has been strengthened by those who combine an optimism about what can be with the to resilience to turn that vision into reality. I know I'm not alone in recognizing that those who are willing to step up and volunteer in service of community and country are essential to the ongoing work of forming our more perfect union. By sharing your time and your passion, you are helping discover and deliver solutions to the challenges we face, solutions that we need now more than ever. We're living in a moment that calls for hope and light and love. Hope for our futures, light to see our way forward, and love for one another. Through your service, you are providing all three. On behalf of the American people, I extend my heartfelt appreciation for your volunteer leadership, and I encourage you to continue to answer the call to serve. The country is counting on you. President Joe Biden. That of course is his imitation of Prince. D'Angelo, and how does it feel? Right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Just about 3 minutes from foreplay. Man, it kind of crept up on me. So I got to find a short song. How about this one? Here's Phil Perry. Is it you or is it me? Tell me, baby, you. short and sweet. Phil Perry and Is It You by him, Bedtime Stories. Originally done by Eric Tagg on vocals and Lee Ritenour from his album Captain Fingers. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, I'm sorry, RLN Radio, or Radio Media Station. I knew I would slip up one day. WBOE, the best of everything, and My Jam Radio. Foreplay is next.
People make the world because the latest release is available on all digital platforms.
Also, follow us on Facebook and other social sites for more information and reviews.
Trash man didn't get my trash today.
If you're into Southern Soul, then you gotta listen to this one. Born Thomas Melvin, but better known as the Mailman, and his new hit, Thank You. From the bottom of my heart, baby, I just wanna say thank you. He puts the soul in Southern Soul, and he always delivers. The Mailman. And Thank You. Available on all download platforms and heard exclusively on WOSDRadio.com.
Indianapolis, get ready because real barbecue is back, baby. Garrett Smokehouse Barbecue, located right in the heart of the city in Indianapolis, Indiana, 5502 Emerson Way. They are serving up the flavors Indies food missing. I'm talking about fall of the bone ribs, tender rib tips, juicy links, and all your barbecue flavors. And don't forget about the sides, because we need the sides with our barbecue. I'm talking about homemade greens, creamy mac and cheese, fresh coleslaw, potato salad, and those famous baked beans that will keep you coming back for more. Let Garrett Smokehouse Barbecue cater your next event. Call them 317-722-0506. And hey, when you call, tell me your nighttime girlfriend Kim Patterson sent you. Garrett Smokehouse Barbecue, 5502 Emerson Way. Open 7 days a week. You can't do that. Call them 317-722-0506. Real smoke, real flavor, real Indianapolis.
Batman. It is bedtime stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and it's time for foreplay. This gentleman was born 65 years ago. Eldra Patrick DeBarge, singer, songwriter, and musician, the focal point and primary lead singer of his family group, DeBarge, which just happened to be from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Um, Songs like Time Will Reveal, Who's Holding Down Now, that I played at the beginning of the show, Stay With Me, All This Love, Rhythm of the Night. And as a soloist, Who's Johnny? His strong falsetto and high tenor made him a standout. As a matter of fact, Quincy Jones used him on Secret Garden. He's a 5-time Grammy Award nominee and remains the only member of the group DeBarge to ever have Grammy nominations both outside of the group and in the family. Yep. So tonight we feature the music of DeBarge featuring L. DeBarge. Eldra Patrick DeBarge, that is. I like that. Eldra. Here's their first big hit, which was from the album called DeBarges. Thank God they dropped that S at the end and just became DeBarge. Here's What's Your Name inside Bedtime Stories Foreplay.
go to the after party?
Well, Paul won, which is what we wanted to celebrate, and Sean didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was embarrassing. You saw how hard he campaigned? I mean, he was everywhere. It was shameless.
It was really desperate.
It was
he really wanted that award.
He wanted it. Yeah. No, I was
unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the Oscars.
No, but he went everywhere else.
That's so funny.
Then no, but I didn't go out. We went out to one party, the Betty party.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
One and done.
One and done.
You told me something backstage. You wanted to ask me a question.
I want to ask you a question.
You can ask me.
I'll ask everyone. Okay, I want to ask you. All right, because I did this survey at my job. I'll ask you guys too. Okay. If you had to give up one thing, sex, love, or money, which one would it be?
I know which one my wife would say.
I know which one every wife would say.
For me, I'm all about love, so I gotta have love. I would have money.
Oh my God! All the men say money. All the women say sex.
Wow, you're on to something here.
Yeah, because we want to have sex with us, but we need the money for the upkeep. And then the love for
just
the
love.
love.
Yeah, that's
right.
priceless.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just
That's an interesting question.
Well, how much sex are you having with no money?
There's people out there with no money having sex. Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's true.
It's good. You give me a lot to think about. I appreciate that. Thank you. No, I was one of those kids. I never really.
That Ray Neal guy should pay more money with that network of stations he owns. I know, right?
We had the best party.
Ask your mom.
And that's my nephew.
Okay.
Yeah. No, listen. You got to obviously.
Yeah.
You know, because you got. I mean.
Just
You know what? It takes care. You know what I mean? It takes care now.
Yes.
As a woman. You know, there's a certain point in life you have, you got to, you're like, I got to get the nails done, I get the hair done, I got to.
So you need money.
Well.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm not saying you have to have the most, but you're gonna want her to look nice, right? Or like you go waxing, does she need to do that, or you're like, I mean, are you like okay with any of it?
So one question for me. One question for you. You're in trouble. You're in probation.
Right,
You're in trouble right now. You're in probation. Right. Let's talk about scary movies. First of all, here's what I love about you. You do this movie, you get nominated, you win Best Picture, Oscar, Best Picture. It's a beautiful, dramatic movie. Then you go with the Wayans brothers and do one of the funniest comedies. I love that you do that.
And calling cards,
you consider for a second not doing it? You're like, no, I'm winning awards, but.
No, I mean, I love that the Wayans got their
This is surreal. One of the and you're listening to
I've been seeing it, and you crushed. Yeah. What appealed to coming back? Just doing comedy?
Well, the rate was pretty okay.
you need the money. I understand. There's things that have to happen. I understand. Yes.
No, with the cast, I think it felt like a good time for laughter in the world. You know what I mean?
Everyone needs a good laugh.
Everyone needs to laugh.
We had a good comedy in the movie theaters out there laughing.
Yeah.
And when you did your first scary movie?
26 years ago. 26 years ago.
It was
I was 7 years old.
Wow.
All sorts of labor laws violated, but here we are.
And who was it that was as a Marlon? Was Keenan back then? It was Keenan,
and I was such a fan of Keenan. I had seen I had watched Hollywood Shuffle and she wrote one, but then with Robert Townsend, and then I'm gonna get you sucker and Color. So I had been a huge fan. So I had the pre-read. I had 4 or 5 hours. And it was great because I didn't get so many jobs that I was like, well, this is just another one. But at least I was getting an audition.
Yeah, you just wanted to meet him.
I just wanted to make Keenan laugh.
Yeah, you did. You succeeded. You won. Scary movie out this weekend. It's in all the theaters. How do we set up what the film is about? If you don't know.
Oh, it's Cindy and Brenda, and it's Cindy's teaching her something.
Yeah, so that's the clip we're gonna see.
Yeah.
It's basically a spoof of every.
Yes.
Every.
I'm mom.
Yes, but you spoof everything that's spoofable in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean everything.
Yeah. They threw it all in.
They threw it all in there. It's super fun. Yeah, I want to show a clip. It's Regina Hall in Scary Movie. Take a look.
You want to see something cool? I'm gonna show you something cool.
God, that's cool.
What are you doing? What? No, not like that. Oh, yeah. I don't know why y'all acting so scared. The pen ain't even loaded. Uh-oh, I did it again.
Come on, Regina Hall, everybody. Scary Movies in theaters tomorrow. Or tonight or after the break. Stick around, everybody.
All right, Troy. I will get on the phone with Ray Neal tomorrow and ask for a raise. I need a raise, nephew. This time love's for real. It's on. Time.
With Al Greer.
No, baby. Good night, Troy. Robert Hooks.
Thank God you brought it back. You know, I was loving it.
mad about it, but I'm loving it. Thank you. Now, the original Scary Movie was a huge phenomenon. Yes. It came out in 2000. Still one of the highest grossing R-rated comedies of all time. Okay. How does it feel to reclaim it? Yeah, get your check back. I mean, it feels good. You know, I mean, for us, it was like, you know, when you make a franchise, when you make a movie, that was a big celebration for our family. That was a big victory. And then have it stripped away, and then creatively, it just went in a direction. It was like having your kids leave the house and they become crackheads, and all you can do is just sit there and wait till they come home. And so it's good to have our baby back, and I think the world needs a really big laugh right now. So this one is for all of y'all that want to laugh. So real family, it's a family affair, because I hear your dad wanted you all to work together. Yes. Yeah, he did. My dad, when he was in the hospital, he was like, not at the deathbed, but it was like the week. Almost. I thought it was close to his deathbed. He was dying, right? And you know, he wanted me and my brothers to work together again, and we ain't worked together in 20 years. You get older, you have different opinions. Right. I'm like, Pop, it's hard to get 4 black men on the same page. I said, New Edition keep breaking up. Right? And we got 4 Bobby Browns in our house. 4 tops. There's only 2 tops left. And so my dad ain't got no top. And my dad was just like, yeah, I want you guys to work together again. I said, all right, we'll do it. He said, for me. I said, I promise. I shook his hand, and I told him we'd do it. And I think my dad saw something. He said, you guys have magic when you all work together. And my dad's really close with God, so I think they needed that. We need each other, and we need to bring these laughters to the world. Yeah.
Well, you serve every popular horror movie from the last few years, including Sinners, The Substance, Megan, and Get Out. And there are so many cameos in this movie that we cannot ruin, and I won't do that. But are there any cameos that you wanted that got away from you?
Yeah, we tried Cardi B, but she's a hell no. Yeah, she almost did it.
Oh, so that's a true story.
Oh, wow. And then there was a few people, you know, but anybody I know? A lot of people you know, but you talking about her. Oh, no, we called you. We wanted you. You got called with Girl Keenan was supposed to call. Oh my God, was that y'all? We had that scene. We had that scene. I realized it was you. Us. We were doing the Ghostface, but well,
Next time. Well, and Sean, I hear your 6-year-old son is excited for the movie.
Yes, he 6-year-old. 6-year-old, I know. He actually got inspired, and he drew some pictures of the poster.
I think the dad
So he's excited to see Sari movies.
Oh, I love it.
Funny, isn't it?
Did you use any of his posters?
I did. Yeah, he drew me too. Uncle Ray Ray. You know what's great is it's an R-rated movie, and he really wants to see it. I should see a Wayans family. We start them young. Yeah, why not?
Not much.
guys, I got my tits out in front of a stranger today. And let me explain, because off the bat, that sounds really disturbing. Anyway, I started to get a massage because I had my first ever one that cost today, which went really well. So let me loosen up, let's go get a massage, right? Girl, the lady's shins were on the back of my legs, and she was on me. I'm looking like, huh? What have I just booked? I thought it was one of those nice, relaxing massages with oils. No, I was wrong. You know which one it was?
Squirting. What is it? Is it pee or is it something else? I'm Dr. Rena Malik, urologist and pelvic surgeon, and today we are going to talk about squirting. Before we get in the video, I want to make sure you guys know about the Rena Malik MD podcast. If you don't, this is a great time to get acquainted with it. We're doing a huge giveaway for just 2 weeks, and we're giving away thousands of dollars in prizes. All you have to do is check out our podcast, subscribe to the podcast, and leave us an honest review. This helps us reach more and more people all around the world who can learn from quality evidence-based education. So check it out on www.renamalicmd.com/giveaway and follow the instructions. It's super simple. It takes less than 5 minutes. So squirting is the emission of fluid that's usually large volume, clear, odorless, that comes from the urethra or the area where urine typically comes from during orgasm. Now, before we get into what exactly is this fluid, it's important to understand the anatomy. First off, there is the urethra. Now, that is the tube that carries urine from the bladder out of the body, and that's at the top part of the vagina. Now, right underneath the urethra is these glands called the Skene's glands, and these are duct-like structures that sit underneath the urethra that are homologous to the male prostate. Now, what does homologous mean? It means that these organs, the male prostate and the female Skene's glands, were developed embryologically from the exact same tissues. So what that means is that their function has some overlap. And so there is some fluid that is made in the Skene's glands. And when you look at the Skene's glands under a microscope, you see that in something called
Wrapping up foreplay on DeBarge. Of course, today is El DeBarge's birthday, 65 years old. Congratulations, because unfortunately some of your siblings didn't make it. Tommy, Bobby, yeah. Chico, they didn't quite make it. But you did, my brother. You did. Here's some of his solo work. This is Heart, Mind, and Soul on Bedtime Stories. Bibbity bibbity.
PSA, or prostate-specific antigen, which is a screening test we use for prostate cancer. It's found in male prostates, and we see that there is PSA in the Skene's glands. So again, this is proof that this is like the female prostate. Now, the other important structure involved in all this is the clitoris. The clitoris is part of the vulva. It is the erectile tissue of the female. It's the only organ in the entire human species that is only there for pleasure. So it's located above the urethra, and it usually has a hood on it, just like The men do, who are uncircumcised, who have foreskin. So the clitoris has foreskin. And it's not just what you see.
Interesting.
It actually goes deep inside the pelvis and then has a little wishbone type shape. And the
Johnny Wishbone.
Around the vagina. So this is another important part because women typically climax, or most commonly climax, from stimulation of the clitoris. So what happens during sexual arousal? Well, there's lots of different fluids that are emitted. There is lubricant, which is emitted through the skin or the vaginal walls that occurs during arousal. And so that is also some fluid that's being created during sex and during arousal. There's also female ejaculate. Now, this is fluid that specifically comes from those Thiens glands. This is whitish in texture, and it's about, very small amounts, 1 or 2 drops. And then there's squirting. And so the theory here is that during arousal, the clitoris obviously gets engorged with blood, just like the male penis does. And then during climax, that pressure from the sponge of the urethra and the fully engorged clitoris causes fluid to be released from this Thiens gland. And this is what causes female ejaculation. Now, let's think about this in terms of anatomy. The female prostate, or the Thiens glands, are somewhere between 2.6 and 5.2 grams in weight. When we look at men, their prostate is about a fifth larger, and that's the average prostate, which is about 23 grams. So let's compare that then from the semen volume that comes from a male. So semen.
He's the love doctor with your prescription.
Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. What the? Who do you think you are? What are you doing to that vase? I'm not fix no vase. It's a vase. I'm gonna pick up. Really? Oh, dance with me, baby. Oh, okay. What happened to my mic? Oh, there we go. Originally done by Marvin Gaye. That is After the Dance. Foreplay. Bob James, Lee Ritenour, Nathan East on bass, and Bob James on keyboards. And of course, El DeBarge singing out front. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Speaking of foreplay, here's I'll Still Be Loving You here on Bedtime Stories. Mm. in the morning. Wants to be loving.
Putting you to bed, but not to sleep. It's Al Greer with Bedtime Stories. Once again, I knew that was going to happen. Once again, foreplay and let's make love. Sounds like a good idea right now. Well, not when you're by yourself, then it's not so much fun. Trust me, I know.
It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al. We're almost out of here. She's got a heavenly birthday coming up next month. We're talking about Phyllis Linda Hyman. I'm truly yours here on Bedtime Stories. Truly yours. Meant every word. You amazed every word. Ooh, yes, it is. 69 coming. I wouldn't joke. Ooh, good God. That's that song always gives me chills. Always. Either chills or brings me to tears. Old friend from my wife Phyllis Hunt, right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Still here. Still here. That song still sounds good after all these years. 1970, I think it was. I'm still here from the notations. Cliff is still doing it after all these years with Marzette. And he's going to kill me. I couldn't remember his name. Anyway, I'll get back to you tomorrow. Oh, I won't be on tomorrow. Anyway, thank you all for listening. You too, Troy. Thank you to Deron Williams. His birthday is in exactly 3 minutes. Happy birthday, Deron. And everybody else who was on my Facebook Live. Don't forget, Donations are welcome via Zelle at alpgreer@gmail.com. That's alp as in Paul, GREER@gmail.com. Or you can just go to my GoFundMe page. Thank you in advance, and God bless you. That's going to do it for me for the week. This has been one hell of a week. Peebo Bryson, Ronald LaPreed, Foster Silvers, Spencer Leak. Yeah, all of them in 1 week. We wish them all a rest in peace. And we will certainly miss them, especially Spencer. He was cool with me, and I was cool with him. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, Monique. Spit that. I got out too early, didn't I? Get to play the whole theme song. And have a good weekend, guys. See you Sunday. Garfield Park on the west side.